Hello and welcome to another one of my videos. I feel like I'm getting slightly in the groove, but it will come in good time. I'm feeling the best I've felt in a while. Today I'm going to be talking about the royal fiasco that is the Coronation Sovereign. I opted against buying this. My hands were slightly tied, but it's been a royal cock up, let's be completely frank. So I was looking at it. There was no queue. I just went in just to see what was left. I didn't have any spends. I'd already spent out. I'd bought a load of stuff. You will be seeing these on a future video because there's more stuff coming in today. Yeah, it is today. It's past midnight. So there was no money to kind of buy anything. I was offered by two suppliers. I had two suppliers on the last Sovereign on the Memorial, and they were like, "What do you want? Do you want some halves? Do you want any of the sets?" And I was like, I don't think I've got it in the budget. Bear in mind, well, it hadn't been well. Cash flow is it's not as good as I would like. Saying that, I have just burnt through £40,000 worth of money in terms of buying fresh stock, in terms of stamps and coins. I'm also awaiting my refund from the Royal Mint. So I potentially could have got some of these sets, but I just didn't fancy it. I think the Royal Mint has, for a long time, it's just been milking that royal cow of theirs. It's not working, and I think where there's a cost of living crisis and where they've walked the price up and there's too many variations, I think it was a step too far. So looking at the website, I think you can buy all of the sets, all of the individual coins, all of them can be bought from the mint, and it's been a day. That's not to say that it won't sell out, but in prior editions, it'd be sold out within a matter of 30 minutes, an hour, and that just hasn't been the case. And maybe you could argue that it would be a sleeper coin in the future. I don't know. The more they kind of water down the quality in terms of not putting out decent coins, and the more they kind of water down the offering in terms of, instead of having one coin that is the be all and end all, it's like, well, we got a pedful, we're going to do a quarter. Will they go smaller than a quarter? Who knows? Can people afford the large coins? I don't think they can. Like, I'm still struggling to move ounces. Saying that, I've sold all my ounces. I had an ounce come in, so that, well, it's coming in today. I've already paid for it. I've already swapped it out for 4 sovereigns. I thought it was a fair trade considering where the market's at. I think the Royal Mint has finally seen that there's only so far they can push the pricing. I think it's unfair on collectors. Before a special design sovereign, that was something to really buy. You go back and you look at the 89. I think a PF70 89 is now £800,000-900,000. That's not going to happen with the newer sovereigns. It just isn't, because you go back to the 89, it's hard to get a 70. And this is something that I actually briefly spoke about to someone who commented on one of my videos. I think that coin collectors, there's going to be different eras in terms of grade. Everything modern, everyone's kind of clocked on to the grading. I'm not saying certain channels have pushed it. Like, you see myself, I grade a lot of coins. I grade it because that's what the market wants. That's where the value is for me, and I'm a businessman. I love coins. I'm not for or against grading, but my job is to move coins, and graded coins move, and that's just the way it is. I'm just very cynical. I just want to sell it, reinvest in more coin, but it seems the graded examples is where it's at. But if you go back to the 89, it was hard to get a 70 because most of the sets weren't graded at the time. The more modern stuff, everything's getting graded, so it kind of devalues the product. It devalues the product as well because there's so many variations of it. So I think the Royal Mint, if I say Royal Mail, it's kind of interchangeable. I talk about both a lot due to what I sell, but I think they've got to the point where they've reached breaking point, and I hope they take stock and listen, because their performance has been absolutely atrocious. And part of me has a wry smile that they didn't sell, because I feel it's been coming a long time. I feel they've pushed and pushed and pushed, and yes, they are a business, they're there to make money, but you can't bang the drum about having 1,000 years of quality and just put out shit constantly. And when the flagship coins are are shit. There's a problem. There's a real problem. No one's going to complain if they drop the ball on the obscure sets. It's annoyance, it can be resolved. But when their best product, the product that they've been making for centuries, is bad, the writing's on the wall for them. And I hope they do kind of take notice and they make concessions. Because I was talking to a lot of people. I deal with a lot of people naturally due to my job. A lot of people are like, not really fancying it. The price is too much. I think the quality's not going to be there. It's a pain to get it changed over. There's one gentleman I was dealing with. He turned around and said, the memorial set, I think he had the 4-coin set. It was the 3 or the 4-coin set. So I've sent it back 6 or 7 times just to get an adequate coin. And he showed me some pictures and I said, yeah, I wouldn't be happy with that either. And it's not even about the frosting breaks. That's okay. Some of them have got scratches on. How can you send out a proof quality product that you've charged to high heaven and you walk the price up every year and you can't even send out coins without finger marks and scratches on? That is awful. As a business, if I did that, I'd be embarrassed. But then again, I'm basically a sole trader. It's just me. My reputation is everything for me. When you're a big organization, the buck doesn't really stop with the individual. Doesn't matter as long as you get paid. I don't doubt that most people who work for the Royal Mint are probably on minimum wage. They're lovely people and they bear the brunt of the upper echelons of the business putting out poor quality substandard products. It's not okay. But I do hope it sparks change in them. There's too many releases. You look at the modern issues. So for example, I've still got these. I'm never going to get my money back on these. I admitted that after I bought them, got them graded, kind of hope it did okay. So great engravers. I've got this in 2 ounce, 5 ounce and 10 ounce. They've remained in boxes. In fact, I just leave this on the side as a reminder that not everything I do is good. I certainly wouldn't be, I certainly don't buy modern releases from the mint. I also think that they've lost track in the sense there's so many suppliers who are good, honest, hard-working people who will help you out. Now, the 2 suppliers who got in contact with me, they're both great people. I like working with them. I like buying from them. They give me a quality service. And also I get a slight discount from them. So why would I go to the mint when it's going to be shit? I'm going to pay more and the service is going to be atrocious. It's bananas, but they seem to think that because they've been in business 1,000 years, they can bang the drum about how good they are. They're not good. They're not a good organization at the moment, and they need to improve. I don't personally think I will buy from them again. There's no incentive for me to buy from them again. So in terms of my memorial 5-coin set, I had 2. I had scratches. I had finger marks. I'm still waiting on my refund. They did say 10 working days, but why is it they can have my money for 6 months? And they can't process my refund in an adequate fashion? It's not good. It really isn't good. I don't want to make this a complete rant about the Royal Mint. I do think they make some wonderful products. I do think they are leading the way in certain areas in terms of designs and trial of the pie. I'm not entirely sure how that's pronounced. There's some good things that come out of them, but in terms of pricing, quality and customer service, there's a lot to be desired. And I hope this is the straw that really breaks the camel's back and they turn around and say, we're getting this wrong and we need to improve. We need to be better. Because I would go to one of my suppliers way before I'd go to them again, because my suppliers will look after me. I don't feel, even if I had a kind of business account with them, that they would look after me. So yeah, that is what it is. It is a bit of a rant. I do have to put out a video, it'll probably go tomorrow. I've got to film it, but I'm waiting for some stock to arrive. I feel now I'm slightly getting better. Well, I am getting better. I'd say I'm 95%. I have the odd day where I feel like shit, but I feel I'm getting back into the groove. There's going to be more content. I think I want to lean more into content in terms of strategies and like my thoughts about the market, and also your odd coin videos, because that's what I set the channel up for. So yeah, let me know your thoughts. Do you agree with me? Do you think I'm off the mark? I'm just a speculator like most people when I'm buying from the mint. There's no advantage I have over anyone else, even though I am a professional dealer. So let me know. Take care, guys.